Hi everyone, this is Mr. again, and in today's video I'm going to demonstrate how to design a 3D solid model of bishop. Okay, so I started the pedestal drawing. I built the pedestal before on the previous video, and it's in front of me right now, you can see, and I'm just simply zooming out by just rolling my thumb wheel. Again, if you don't have your mouse, please get yourself a mouse as quick as possible. And this is the pedestal, and I'm going to add the profile of a bishop. That's why I'm going to save pedestal drawing as save as bishop. So I'm going to move my file to File and select Save As, and please find your own student ID numbered folder. This is the only correct place, and please save under the name called Bishop. It's not pedestal anymore. It will be saved as Bishop, B-I-S-H-O-P. Okay, and your last name, okay. And save. Okay, so when this is done, all right, then we need to create first a plane and then select the sketch. That's a standard procedure in creating any part drawing of. So I will move my cursor to origin, and I'm trying to choose a plane that is perpendicular to my view, the front view, and XZ plane seems to be correct. Click on the XZ plane, move my cursor over, start sketch, and sketch is started. Okay. So next thing to do is just simply draw a rectangle that I'm going to fit the bishop in. This is called envelope dimensions or envelope rectangle. So I'm going to move line command. Okay, I'm going to choose the center point. Okay, the rectangle I am aiming to draw is 2.5 inches by 5.32 inches. Okay, the bishop's supposed to be slightly higher than a knight. For that reason, it's a higher rank. Knight is 2.5 points in the chess game, and bishop is 3.0. So 3 points requires the bishop to be higher. It's a good idea to keep it proportional. And so because I'm about to create 2.5 inch by 5.32 inches rectangle, I start my point from the center. I'm going to go to the left for about 1.25. So I'm going to type 1.25. Okay. And enter. Now I'm going to go move up. Okay, and that's going to be 5.32. 5.32. Enter. Okay. And I'm going to move to the right. That's going to be 2.5. Okay. And go down. Because there is snap-on, it automatically shows me a perfect vertical line, and that's supposed to be 5.32 also. Enter. And finally, I'm going to move to the starting point and close the polygon. Okay? And escape. So this is good. Also, I want to draw one center line, vertical center line. This is really going to help me. So these are construction lines, but it's important to have them. Okay. All right. So now I have one vertical center line, construction line. The lines that you don't need to use it later on will disappear. Not disappearing from the sketch mode, but it will disappear in general when you create the 3D solid model. Okay. So how do I create the bishop lines? Bishop has a lot of curves. Okay, so I'm going to go to line command and see what kind of line is available. see spline command. It's really cool. Spline command is I want to test this out, and I will choose the top point. Okay. And click, and perhaps click like this. Okay, so this is the configuration. I'm just gonna redo this one more time. Okay. We can, if necessary, we can modify this later on, but I'm going to just try to revolve it first, so finish the sketch. Okay. And I'm going to use the revolve command and select inside area. Okay, and select the axis of the revolution. Okay, so this is the bishop. Okay, we want to create, but there is something missing here, and what's missing is a cut. Usually, in order to make sure that the bishops are different, totally different from the pawns, even though they're size-wise different, and even designed a little bit different, but so we need a cut on the top, and for that, I'm going to draw the cut. I'm going to cancel, it's not continue, and I'm going to draw a rectangle first for the cut, okay? So I will go back to sketch mode. How do I go back? Double click the sketch on browser, okay? And draw a rectangle. Like that, okay? That rectangle has to be rotated. Okay. like this. Okay. And then we need to move the rectangle from where it is to where it's supposed to be. Now when you click on the move, it's supposed to appear. Select and base point. Let's do the move again. Okay, and done. Okay, so the function of this is to separate it to make sure there is no doubt that the bishop is bishop, and it's not a pawn, and that's why we're going to use this feature. Okay. So let's finish the sketch. Okay. Let's use the Revolve commands, and we're 360-degree revolution, and select the axes. But this is not the intent, so I'm just canceling, and I'm going to just revolve it one more time. This, and also I'm selecting the inside area. Okay. Right, and select the axes. Okay. How do we do the cut part? I'm going to add and see if I can cut this part. I think, okay, let me see. Okay, so we have the bishop, we don't have the cut yet, okay? If I go to revolution and go to sketch, and then select the extrusion, I wonder, after the select, finish the sketch, go to extrusion, see if I can, if the computer sees the rectangle to extrude. But it's not going to do that, no. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy this Control C, okay, and create a new sketch. All right, and under the new sketch, I'm going to Control V, and then finish sketch, and see if I can extrude this part. Okay, with negative extrusion in one particular, in two directions. Let's make it a little bit more, 2 inches. Okay, that's far better. 2 inch worked better. So I had to create another sketch just for the cut part, okay, and just copied it, pasted the rectangle and extruded 2 inches in both ways, 2 directions, okay, and done. Okay, so this is how you do the bishop, okay, and of course go save again. Automatically it will be saved under the bishop. All right, and now let's focus on something else. Okay, the rook. Okay, so the rook pretty much starts the same way the bishop started, and I opened a new drawing called pedestal, and now I need to save it as the rook. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. I'm in the front view again. Make sure that you are in the front view. If you're not, make sure that you adjust your view cube to the front view, and you do that by just pressing the right mouse button on it. Okay, if you can't, call me in the classroom and I can help you. So you go to File and Save As. Now the pedestal is being saved as, I'm using only capital letters, Rookbyege, okay, and save. All right, so how do we do that? Again, we need to select a plane. Origin, go to the origin, choose a plane, and XZ plane seems to be best, so click on it, and then find this create sketch button on it, click, okay, and then now we're going to use a different approach with the rook, okay, and we're going to use the line comment, regular line comment, all right, so we're going to start from 0, 0 point, go to the left for the general rectangular size, and this rook is going to be 2.6 inches wide. He's going to fit in the rectangle, envelope rectangle dimensions of 2.6 by 6.4. So I'm going to go halfway from the midpoint, 1.3 inches. So when the computer highlights it, okay, I'm going to type 1.3 inches, enter. And then I'm going to press down wheel, okay, so that I can move height-wise. Okay, it has to be 6.4 inches, 6.4, enter. And then it's going 2 by 6 to the right. Okay, so type 2.6, enter, and go down. Okay, 6.4 down. Rook is higher, higher because 5 points. And people who play chess knows that rook only goes forward, straight forward, or straight left and right, and backwards maybe, but I said it doesn't go diagonally. Okay, however, it's one of the strongest pieces in the chess game, and it is a very special place, okay, in strategy of chess. So total distance is 6.4. Total height. I'm going to draw a line just to indicate where the revolving line going to be. This line is going to be revolving line. It's also indicating that symmetry line for me. Okay. There are all kinds of rooks. Okay. So I'm strongly suggesting develop your own style of rook, but I'm going to just go to from the midpoint. Okay, some of the lines I'm creating are called construction lines, and that are not meant to be used directly, but indirectly. Okay, so I'm going to just simply go from the top corner, go 1.2 inches down. Okay, 1.2, enter. And then from here, I'm going to choose an angle, approximately 45-degree angle. Okay. And perhaps 90-degree angle to existing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so from the 0, 0 point, I will go all the way up to the corner. The thing about the line command is that it only generates the lines when you click 2 ends, 2 points, okay? Okay. All right, so we try to revolve this shape, okay? And if it works, then we're going to continue, all right? And certainly expecting us to choose the revolution, axis of revolution. This is good, but we did not create the part on the top yet, okay? So this is going to look like this, all right? But the turrets, okay, seems to also appear on the top, all right? So I'm just hesitantly, I'm going to accept this, okay, because it's incomplete, all right? So one of the things I would like to do, go back to original revolution, okay, and select the sketch and see if there are certain things that I can modify, okay? For example, that line would have looked far better if it was here, okay? And that line would have been perhaps far better if it was here, okay? This is the kind of thing you can do with the Inventor. That's why I like it. You cannot do this with AutoCAD or some other programs, and then finish the sketch and to see. I think this looks far better now. All right, so I want to continue, okay, to create the turrets on the top, and to do that, I'm just going to select a plane first. I'm zooming in, as you can see, the top part, okay, click on that area, all right, and computer realizes very quickly where my cursor is and creates a plane from there, and then I move my cursor over, create a sketch, and then sketch is done. So turret is an opening, okay? What's a turret? Turret is an opening. It's window-like opening, okay, and on the tower of a castle. So we're going to need to draw a rectangle so that we can extrude those rectangles and subtract from the walls of the tower, okay? Tower of Rook. So I'm going to go with use the rectangle command, okay? And click there. And this is going to be about 3 inches, so I'm typing 3 and then tab key. The height is going to be 0.6 inches. I'm sorry, 0.5 inches. Enter key. So this is one of the many rectangles that I'd like to create. All right. Maybe I should have 2 more copies of this. And for that reason, I'm looking for a circular array command, a circular array command right over here. You can click on that, okay? But computer is asking you the axis, and then you have to have an axis for this. And 360 degree. How many copies? At most, I need 3 copies. Okay. And associated, I don't want associated. Fitted is fine. I'm going to choose the geometry. Click, 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 and click. Okay. And selection of the axis. Okay. What if I add 6 here? No. No? Okay, well, how about 3? There is something I did not like it very much. When I added 3, number looks strange. The openings left look totally uneven. Okay. I'm going to try to modify this. I'm going to delete the dimension. One of the length dimensions, I'm going to change the size like this. Okay. So instead of creating very long, we have a smaller rectangle. Let's take a look at it now, and let's use the array command, circular array command. Okay, and we choose geometry, we choose the center axis. Okay, I think this looks more normal. Yeah, I think this looks more normal. Yeah, it doesn't have to be associative. Okay, good. We can use this definitely. And yep, I'm going to OK this and accept it. So what else can we do? We can just simply extrude this. But subtraction, this extrusion is going to be subtraction extrusion, and finish it the sketch, go to extrusion, and select the subtraction version of this. Okay, it's not 1 inch, it's going to be perhaps 0.25 inches. And direction of the extrusion is also important, so you need to look at it. What if we do 0.5? Let's do 0.5 inch, okay? And choose each one of them, okay? I think we're good now, and okay. Ta-da! Awesome. Very nice job. Very well done. And if I say so for myself, Thank you very much for your patience, and I suggest you do this. And if you have any problems, call me. If you're not so sure or so anything, just please give me a call. So this is what we're expected to finish this week. Thank you.